Hey Jonathan, how you doing? I love it, man. Great direction. Great direction. This is clearly a very, very strong and memorable mark. A couple of things I would recommend in terms of general presentation itself. I would not present these so close to each other because it's impossible to see one without seeing the others. You see what I'm saying? So in terms of proximity, which is a basic design element, in terms of proximity, we're seeing these as a group, not as one individually. So it's really difficult. Even when you can't zoom in. I mean, you have to go like this in order to see. But we wouldn't be able to zoom out because then the other ones start to encroach. Do you see what I'm saying? So you'll hear that in your design career. You know, you'll hear that presentation should be kept pretty much separate in terms of proximity. Okay, hope that makes sense. Anyways, the mark itself I think is pretty good. I think you got this wonderful curvature over here that's just not carried through over here. Kind of the mark loses movement right through here in the V. Got some wonderful movement through the J, but then it just kind of loses that movement through the V. Okay, one of the things I would recommend is this. Right now you're depending on these gradients to help create this movement of the logo. And I think that's a mistake because eventually this logo is going to have to be seen in black and white with no gradients, okay? So you don't want there to be this wonderful movement created by gradients, then we turn it into black and white and it just doesn't look right. See what I'm saying? So I would recommend trying to work movement into the form as opposed to the color. Okay, and by that I mean just kind of really try to take those curves to the next level right there. Okay, and then the flat V right there, I don't know, I think that's kind of flattening. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it just doesn't quite get that movement that it has on the left side of the logo isn't duplicated through the right side of the logo. You'll see that when you look at this on black on white. In black on white, you'll clearly see it, I promise you. Okay, as far as the typographic compositions look good, I think this looks good, but I would not use much. You know, one of the things that's happening here is your letters, your word spacing between your first and last name and graphic and design is in each one of the copies. The word spacing is so great, it's so wide that there's just this visual river in every one of them caused by the white space between your words. So I would close those spaces down definitely, and then I would definitely try to not center your typographic composition. Either place it next to the mark, Jonathan Villar, graphic design, or left align or right align the graphic design. But right now, just everybody does this. It's a phenomenon that a lot of students tend to want to center their typographic composition and their title, which creates a triangular illusion. And it makes it top heavy and makes it appear as though it could topple either way. And we can clearly see that as you see this line, then the J, then the G, and then the V and the N, kind of these imaginary lines that create this triangle. And it creates the pointed side of the triangle down, which means it's top heavy, which means it could topple. Hope that makes sense. All right, colors. I would still work with colors, John. I would definitely work to form the movement with black and white. Then I would move to color. Remember what I'm saying about gradient, because you get this wonderful movement caused by a gradient, but then you take the gradient away and it might not work. Okay? All right, good job. Any questions, comments, or other? If I can clarify anything, let me know. I'll be glad to. All right, thanks.